Welcome back everyone to the second installment in our machine guide series for Horizon Burning Shores. Today's video is going to focus on the iconic Waterwing. This was the first machine revealed for the Burning Shores expansion a couple weeks before its release and brought along with it new underwater traversal. My name is Atano, and by the end of this video I will have taught you everything you need to know for your next encounter with a Waterwing. We'll talk about recommended gear, the Waterwing's abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, what loot they drop when defeated, and most importantly, how to take them down. I hope everyone has been enjoying their time playing Burning Shores as much as I have, but without wasting any more time, this is the complete combat guide for the Waterwing. The Waterwing is a mid-weight acquisition class machine whose design is based off the Pterodactyl. It bears very similar features to its sibling, the Sunwing, except serves the purpose of acquiring resources from the water rather than the sun. It's also the second flying mount in the game, with the ability to now dive underwater for exploring the vast oceans throughout the Burning Shores. Being an acquisition machine, the Waterwing surveys these underwater vistas, gathering sediments and resources while also using its two wing filters to nourish and fertilize the underwater flora. Plus, to aid in its acquisitions, the Waterwing has a guller pouch similar to that of a pelican, which it uses to collect and hold any acquired sediments. It can then use these sediments during combat and launch large mud rocks to damage you from a distance, while when up close it uses its large wings to execute strong melee attacks. The Waterwing's attacks will not inflict any elemental damage of any type, so focus on having an outfit that provides strong resistance to both melee and impact damage. I really enjoy using the Quen Marine outfit as it provides great impact damage resistance as well as some concentration skills that provide useful against the Waterwing's sometimes sporadic airborne movements. The Stamina Regen skill will also increase your weapon's stamina regeneration rate, and the Valor Surge Master skill increases the rate at which your Valor builds. Another outfit to try out if you prefer a more stealthy approach would be the Quen Deadeye. Both its Stealth Ranged Plus and Stealth Tear Plus skills enhance your ranged capabilities from stealth to help you remove the Waterwing's components and deal some solid damage before the fight even begins. Pairing this with the brand new Gravesinger's Lament Sharpshot Bow can yield impressive damage numbers from stealth. And when fully upgraded, its Stealth Damage perk increases your damage from stealth by an additional 25%, plus its Overdraw Damage perk increases that damage further to another 25% if the bow is overdrawn. Furthermore, on the topic of weapons, the Last Argument Spike Thrower, which can be obtained after completing the Friend in the Dark side quest, is really awesome for dealing damage over time with its drill spikes, as well as triggering the knockdown status with its 25% knockdown power perk. This knockdown perk is especially helpful against the Waterwing, as they'll often take to the skies to overwhelm you with their ranged attacks. When knocked down, you can more easily aim to remove any of the Waterwing's components or go in for a grapple strike to take off a chunk of their health. The Last Argument's plasma spikes are also a nice addition and can be very helpful for exploiting the Apex Waterwing's plasma weakness. The Tie That Binds Ropecaster is probably my new favorite weapon in Horizon Burning Shores, with its explosive canister harpoons. You can first use its advanced binding ropes to immobilize the Waterwing, then quickly attach an explosive canister before triggering an explosion with a well-placed shot from your bow. You can get some impressive damage numbers with just 3 12% explosive damage coils equipped on this Ropecaster. But if you want to further boost that damage output, first inflict the Waterwing with the Frozen status using frost arrows on the legendary Sunscorch Hunter Bow. The Frozen status will increase your explosive damage by an additional 25%, as well as your impact damage by 100%. Plus, you can very easily trigger this frozen state by hitting one of the chill water canisters located on the Waterwing's back. And the last weapon I want to mention is the Spectre Gauntlet, since it can be very helpful against the Waterwing. The Shard Barrage combined with the Designator technique makes hitting them when they're flying extremely easy. But I truly enjoy the Gauntlet because you can get some stylish action with it, especially by taking advantage of the water geysers often found at the Waterwing sites to glide up and use the Shard Barrage while you're gliding. The Gauntlet's damage output might be lower than other weapons since it lacks the ability to equip weapon coils, but if you want some tips to increase its power in other ways, definitely check out my complete Spectre Gauntlet guide, which I will link down in the description. Now let's talk about the Waterwing's abilities, plus its strengths and weaknesses. The standard Waterwing is weak to fire, while strong against shock and purge water. Its Apex variant is weak to plasma, while being strong against fire and frost. Using the previously mentioned Sunscorch Hunterbow and Last Argument Spike Thrower, you will be able to exploit either of these weaknesses. The Waterwing's main strength will be their ability to overwhelm with numbers and going airborne to attack from a distance. Two of the more common attacks you'll find them using while airborne are their Mud Spit attack and Aerial Dive attack. The Mud Spit projectile is easy to detect and avoid and can be weakened by tearing off the gular pouch located on the underside of the Waterwing's beak. However, the Aerial Dive can catch you off guard, especially if all your focus is placed on dodging the various projectiles coming your way. It will also deal some high damage, especially when used by the higher level Apex variant. When on the ground, the Waterwing is still an unrelenting foe, with its wide sweeping wing attacks that can be used in quick succession with one another. Its Cyclone Wing attack will require precise dodge timing. As soon after they execute this attack, they will quickly use a Deafening Screech attack that disables your ability to use any of your attacks for a short duration. The other wide area of effect attack they have up their sleeve is their Wing Hurricane attack. This attack again has a large hitbox and knocks you down, so keep an eye out for when they decide to use it. It's important to recognize the various attacks used by the Waterwing to give yourself the upper hand in combat, but a great way to give yourself this upper hand is by using Valor Surges. The first one I'd recommend using is the Chain Burst Valor Surge. This Valor Surge chains damage between machines in large groups while also increasing your knockdown power by 100%. Your elemental damage types will also chain between enemies, so definitely keep this in mind if you choose to use elemental states to aid you in combat. But the Chain Burst's added knockdown power is where it really shines, since you can easily knock down a few Waterwings at the same time, then chain a couple grapple strikes together, dealing some awesome damage while also looking pretty cool doing it. Lastly, when it comes to loot, the Waterwing will drop a few important items used to upgrade some of the new legendary gear pieces found exclusively in the Burning Shores. On the body, look out for the Waterwing Circulator and the Primary Nerve, both with varying percentages to drop. Medium machine cores can also be obtained from its body and are useful for gear upgrades or selling for metal shards at any merchant throughout the world. Over on the Apex variant, definitely keep an eye out for the Apex Waterwing Heart and Volatile Sludge. Volatile Sludge is an important resource for crafting advanced ammo types, and it also has a 15% chance of dropping inside the Waterwing's gular pouch if you remove it with tear damage before the machine is destroyed. And finally, on the Waterwing's chest, you'll find a single resource container capable of dropping another Waterwing Primary Nerve, Blast Paste, and some other important resources for crafting various ammo types. The Waterwing is surely a welcome addition to the impressive lineup of machines here in Horizon Forbidden West, and even though it was built upon the existing blueprint of the Sunwing, it tweaks it enough to make it feel like its own unique machine. That's going to do it for this machine guide, and if you'd like to see more Burning Shores content, go ahead and check that video out right there on your screen, and definitely give this video a like. It helps out the channel tremendously. And lastly, as always, thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you all in the next one.